There's Morceli, number 65. Already the second fastest of all time with 3:35.2. And in terrific form at the World Indoors. There's Mogens Guldberg of Denmark, blonde hair. But look for Koskai and Washington to do the pacemaking. 76 indeed is Ken Washington. Very, very experienced and good at the job. But they need laps of around 28.5 seconds here. 7.5 off them. And that start, of course, is of no help to Morceli, but Washington's got himself out of trouble, and that's the main thing. And off he goes, and the script is being obeyed. Washington taking it off very, very quickly. Koskai second, and Morceli, the man who it's all about, is in third place. Let me remind you of that world record, 3 minutes 34.20. Peter Elliott on this track 1 year ago. Will we see it broken again 12 months later? Well, Washington coming around this time, and we want him to be at around 42.75 at this point. Let's have a look how the clock goes as Washington goes through. And yes, he's right on schedule. In fact, maybe even a little bit ahead of it. How far, of course, will Morceli have to run on his own? That's one of the key questions in here. A former world record holder also in the field here, the Irishman Marcus O'Sullivan, soundly beaten by Morceli recently. But watch the first three here, because this is a timed and scripted world record attempt. 56.3 seconds for 400 metres. Still Washington. 5 to go. Then Koskai, Morceli, the brilliant young Algerian, in third place. And he's really, really flying this winter. Washington is very, very experienced. He knows not to go too far, and they come through with 4 to go this time, and we look for it to be around the 1:40 mark if they're on schedule, and they're very much on schedule. Very much on schedule. If they can keep this up. Washington won. Koskai will take it up, we think, later. In second place as the pacemaker. Morceli is in third place. Absolutely fascinating. Marcus O'Sullivan quite a long way back, 1:54.5 at 800 metres, and that is right on schedule, in fact ahead of Peter Elliott's schedule as Washington goes off the track. Under 3 to go.
Ian, this is the critical part of the race, whether Koskai can do that job on the equivalent part of the third lap of an outdoor 1,500 metres. He's got to really move to give Morceli a real chance of this record. This is the critical stage of the race. Will Morceli have to take it on himself? That was a telltale little look there by Koskai, and it looks as though he's got to take it.
He has. Koskai can do no more, and they come through now with 2 to go. And let's have a look at the clock. Just outside now. It's outside now. It has slowed up. Koskai didn't really do the job, and Cacho is right there with Morceli, so we may have a race on our hands here as well. Cacho in the all-blue strip there in second place, the Spaniard who ran very, very well to win at Bercy. As Morceli comes round this time, with Cacho the only challenger, needs 55.3 for the last 400 metres and goes through this time in 3:07. And he's a couple of seconds outside it. I don't think that world record's going to go. And Cacho, what a race he's running here in second place. This wasn't part of the script at all. But Morceli driving for home. He's had a lot of hard races. He's run a lot indoors. And maybe this was asking just a bit too much. Drives off again. Have a look at the clock here. 3:29, 3:30, 3:34.2 to beat. And yes, the world record's gone. It's gone to Noureddine Morceli. Cacho in second place. And he's broken it by a long, long way, really. 3:33.14 beats Peter Elliott's world 1,500 metre record indoors, set on this track 1 year ago by more than a second. What a blistering final 200 metres it was. He's the new world record holder, Noureddine Morceli, Algeria.
Well, certainly to make up that deficit of about 2 seconds, that last 300 metres was a bit special too, because Koskai didn't really perform as they expected he would perform, and there was a challenge to Morceli, held that off, and then he had to run it himself, and that was a blistering.
Now Watman on his stopwatch had that at 1 minute 33.9. It's still inside, so, but maybe not as far inside as the clock says unofficially. But look at Morceli. That was a blistering final 200 metres, because he did seem to be a little bit off schedule with a lap to go. It had dropped off, but once Morceli picked it up from Koskai, he really put in the pace again and drove for home to take the world indoor 1500 metre record. Stunning stuff, this. This youngster, he's shy and modest off the track, but he has a lot of belief in his ability, and, well, you can understand exactly why.